All right, here we are, our 2011 Supra 242 Worlds wakeboard and surf boat for sale. We're here near the beautiful fresh waters of Norris Lake, Tennessee today. This one obviously is out of the water. This is thought to be about a 3-owner boat. It's always been in fresh water. Came to our area after, I believe originally it was in the Wisconsin area. And then eventually made its way here down to Norris Lake. It is currently Ohio titled, which is not uncommon if you're familiar with the area. That is where we will get a lot of visitors and a lot of property owners down here, especially on the north end of the lake. Beautiful area. Easy place to fall in love with and keep your boat in the area, and well worth the drive for many. We're here as usual for our video walkthrough tour, and you will find the full list of specifications, features, current asking price, all of that and more over at our website, which is at www.yournewboat.com. Now, for your convenience, down in the video description there will be a direct link to the listing there at our website. So all you gotta do is look in that video description. You're going to see the full link. You'll either be able to click on that or copy and paste that into a new tab, a web browser. That's going to put you at the photo slideshow page for this listing, where you're going to see a write-up of all the boat's equipment, current asking price, our contact information, of course a link back to this YouTube video tour that you're watching now. More detailed printable PDF spec sheet will also be there. And again, all of our contact information, be able to reach out to us by phone, by text, or by email. We do like to remind you, if you call us on the phone, you get our voicemail. Keep in mind, we are very frequently in areas without cell phone reception, which happens to be exactly where I'm standing right now. So if you do not leave a message, we will not know that you called. But if you do take time, leave us a detailed message, let us know which listing you're looking at, what questions you have. As soon as we either finish with the customer or return to self-service area, we'll receive your message, return your call, answer all those questions for you. And then of course you can also send us a text message or send us an email through our website. We do also like to remind you, if you do send us an email, if it's been one business day you have not gotten an email reply, please check your spam folder. For some reason we have a high rate of our email replies do land in customer spam folder. So this is the boat trailer I think was built in October 2010. Now that's going to make it a 2011 model year. But we do have some custom wheels on there. This is a dual disc brake trailer. Again, it's a BoatMate. Those have the vault trailer bearings. That's essentially a no maintenance sealed trailer bearing. And those I believe are 2018 tires. Now this spare here is from 2010. We also have a swing tongue up here on the trailer. 2-inch trailer hookup, a 5-flat trailer wiring hookup. But these are, let's see, yes, 2018 tires. That's what I remember. Okay, as you can see, we got a fold-out 4-step swim boarding ladder. Goes on top of this C-deck covered swim platform. You got the Supra Worlds logo located right there. You got a little grab bar right here. It's great for getting up out of the water. And then this is also a ski tow eye. With me here, let me climb on up. This one's rated for 17. It's powered by an Indmar V8 6.0 liter inboard V-drive V8 fuel injected engine. We've got 520 engine hours showing on it. So now we're looking at a nice large engine cover. It's actually 3 different compartments here. Engine compartment's in the center. And of course this also doubles as a nice large sun lounge. And I'm actually going to pull up the starboard side hatch, where you can see we've got a little integrated walkthrough. If you've watched our videos before, that is a feature that I do like to point out, and I think it's important because it's going to save a lot of wear and tear on your upholstery. Now I'll also just raise that up, show you down in there. We've basically got nice large storage compartments on either side of your engine compartment. And then that also has an integrated ballast bag for your surf and wake needs. Tower does have a pair of tower speakers, 3 lights. You've also got the anchor light up there, which is sitting right on top of your tow rope attachment, and then a pair of swivel board racks. So I'm going to go ahead and actually let's go ahead and take a quick look at this tower again. That's a cargo rack tower. You see some straps integrated in there that is meant to be able to stow a board or two, and then of course these swivel board racks right here. Those kind of go to the center position. They'll go all the way on inside, which you probably need to do before you pull into your slip or into the storage unit. And there's those integrated tower speakers there. Let me go ahead and step on down inside to our cockpit here. Nice large interior. Got 14 cup holders throughout this. Let me go ahead and lower that hatch there. More to come. I know we raise that engine hatch later. We've got some versatile seating options right here. So right over here, kind of with your back to your driver, you get a little bit of a integrated backrest that also has a small little storage compartment integrated in right there. I've just got some clean accessories in there, and that is also, when to slide those out of the way, that's a little drain right there. So that's actually going to be a little self-draining ice box right there, or a little cooler. Now we've got storage underneath our seating right here. 3 of those 14 stainless cup holders right there. That's going to be one of your 6 cockpit speakers right there as well. And we've got a 12-volt power outlet right here as well. A couple of 12-volt power outlets. I'll point those out along the way. And then as we follow our seats on around, this one right here has another little draining little ice box right there. And then as we go on across, 3 more integrated cup holders. Now this speaker right here does not function. So of the 6 cockpit speakers, we've got 5 working. That's the only one that did not pass function testing. 3 more stainless cup holders. That would be a stereo remote, Clarion stereo unit. More on that here later. And then as we continue up, 3 more cup holders there. Another speaker there. This little backrest right here, or this little seat back right here, actually pops up. Gives you a nice little backrest, and it's got 2 stainless cup holders under it. I've also got this center backrest pulled up in the up position, and here's our driver's seat. We've got the flip up bolster. This seat will swivel. It goes forward and back. Kind of got to hold this when you swivel it. Okay, let that lock back into place. And then this is your driver bolster seat. That's going to go flat right there. This is on a little bit of a shock right here. And we've got tilt steering wheel just in front of your driver's seat. Another one of those 6 cockpit kicker speakers right there at your driver's knee. Subwoofer right there at the driver's feet. And then we've got your ballast controls right here. You got left, front, and right. This is going to be a wake shaper. This is going to allow you to indicate if you want to surf left or surf right. And then you've got a little dial function here, and that's going to control these tabs that are kind of integrated right under that swim platform. We've got a 12-volt power outlet right here. We've got a USB power outlet right here. This one is equipped with a cockpit heater. That's what these vents are right over here. You can open and close these, a little twist right there. And these are even meant to be pulled out. Slip those underneath the towel on those cooler mornings, evenings, or sometimes even days. Turn that heater on when you get out of the water. You will love it. That is a feature that once you have, you'll never want another boat without. We've also got some underwater lights. Now this rear light switch, that's actually for our 3 lights up here on our tower. We've got your stereo on-off switch. We did function test your builds did work. Your navigation's lights worked. Our stereo also works. Functional horn, blower, courtesy lights. Like I said, I believe the only thing that did not pass the function testing was that speaker, and that's going to be the one out of those 6 kicker speakers right here in the cockpit. Now up here on your dash, we do have this is going to be a kind of a gauge on your trim, essentially working the surf tabs back there underneath the platform. Here's your speedometer, tachometer, fuel gauge right here, and then right here in the center now, our batteries are low right now. They're 2020 batteries, dual batteries with the battery selector switch. But we'll have some photographs of this. You're going to have a home screen. It's going to show you a lot. It's going to show you kind of your ballast settings, your speed settings. This does have ZeroOff cruise or speed control. That's going to be a quick reference to get to there. You're going to have your stereo control up here, as well as a GPS chart plotter that's going to show you a lake map and kind of let you follow your position around. Integrated depth finder as well. Now I love this little driver stereo remote right here. You got an auxiliary input, little aux cable right there, nice little compartment to stow your mobile device, and of course those 2 outlets right there by your driver's seat as well. Now moving across from your driver's seat, the main unit for that stereo is right here. This is your main stereo head unit. This is a Clarion. This is an AM, FM, CD, auxiliary, USB inputs, satellite ready stereo. I think I got the CD in there. There's your CD. So AM, FM, CD. USB auxiliary input, satellite stereo, another auxiliary input, USB input right here. Close that. Let's raise this passenger seat back. This is where some of our kicker audio equipment is. We've got 2 amplifiers down here. We've got this kicker DX 300.2, this kicker ZX M 700.5. These 2 amplifiers. Here's your dual batteries. These are 24 Marine Start batteries. Got battery covers and lids. Battery selector switch right there. It's in the off position right now. You can go to battery 1, battery 2, or both. And then we've got a Pro Mariner, Pro Sport 12 dual bank battery charger, onboard battery charger. And all you gotta do right here is plug an extension cord into this guy right here. It's gonna power that battery charger right there whenever you're not at the boat, and that's gonna charge both of those batteries for you. Those are 2020 batteries. Like I said, those are a little bit low. That's why we're not able to kind of power up that dash right there. You know, it's going into their third season. You know, honestly, about 3 years is what we see as average out of a marine battery. So they might still take a charge. Might finish out the year with them, but it is going to be time to replace those soon. Unless you can upgrade to maybe an AGM battery, and you might get you beyond that 3-year replacement window. Might get you more into a 5-year battery replacement. So let me go ahead and lower this seat back right here. All right, and then I want to show you. So we've got this center seat back raised. That's a nice little easy to go up and down option right there. There's our capacity plate rated for 17, and we've got some integrated storage underneath that seat as well. We've got a ballast bag right here. This is a fly high fat sack integrated right there. We've also got some indoor ballast. So I believe we've got hard tanks throughout the floor, in the center and the left and right, and then you've also got those ballast bags also left, right, and center. That would be your center bag right there. So a lot of ballast on this one. Now over our website, we'll try to list that full ballast capacity if we can find those. Now this center seat right here in your ballast seating is removable, and then of course the reason I could tell or know we have that center ballast in the floor, and that's a hard tank, is through that hatch right there. That's just a little access hatch where you can get to where that that center tank is connected with it. So you've got a little bit of storage underneath your bow seats as well. There's just lift right out, carpeted storage in there. Let me go ahead drop that back in place. Upholstery up here in your bow seating is great condition. 2 stainless cup holders right here. 2 of those 6 cockpit speakers in here as well. Now, trade spots just a little bit. We've got, you saw that little flip up backrest that goes right there next to that passenger observer seat. You've got another one right here in your bow. Now, it is, the hardware is not working as it's supposed to on here, but they do have, basically have a little pin that they've been using just to make that work. So with the pin, I mean, you can see, obviously I did that with one hand. Really was not that difficult of a retrofit. Okay, that pops right back out and then lay it back down. So, here's a good look at that tower right here while I'm up here in this spot. And I'm gonna climb right on through, back into the interior here. Got that windshield. And then of course here, you can see how easy that is when that hardware, is in place. Give it a little pull. There you go. Just gotta go up a little bit farther, and then that goes right into that lock position. So, all right, let's keep spinning around. We showed you that observer seat that pulled up. Obviously, we got storage under other seats, under there. Under this one as well, we've got our mooring cover stowed in this one while we're photographing it. And then, let's see, we have not raised this one yet. Let's go ahead and raise this hatch. It's a little bit in the way. And this one as well. I do kind of appreciate that you do not have to raise your side hatches in order to raise your engine hatch. You'll see that on a lot of the other ones. They kind of put a lock in there. And both side hatches have to come up and just to get your engine hatch up. That's kind of nice in my opinion right there, being able to get that. A lot of times I like doing a visual on my engine every once in a while, especially early part of the season. Whenever you first start it up, make sure all your hoses are all back in place after winterization. So again, this is the Indmar 6.0 liter. It's obviously the ETXCATSS. That you're referring to, stainless steel catalytic converter that was added on. Actually, this may have been the first year. I was thinking somewhere around that 2010, 2011 range is when that started being an option for Indmar. Again, this is the 6.0 liter Indmar V8, and again, inboard V-drive engine. Actually, while we've got that, take the camera on through here, give you a better view of that. Can't really see much looking at the back of it. Most of what you're seeing is that engine cowling. 520 hours on that is what we pulled off the display for that one. And we didn't have that driver's helm powered up. Lay those back in place. Now, pull this one off here. I showed you this little ice chest earlier. Let me put these seats up here. Sitting over here, I can show you. This is basically a little service hatch right here. Get down to your V-drive, check transmission fluid, and this is going to be where some of your through holes are. I believe that is actually one of the engine through holes. You can see your bilge pump down there. This one over here is these two going to be your ballast through holes. And then I believe a third ballast through hole is going to be this one right here. Again, this larger one there is going to be your engine. These are raw water cooled or lake water cooled engine blocks. All right, and then this kind of gives you a good look on what kind of storage is in here. Go ahead and put that seat back in place. Now, as I'm putting some of these seats back in place, this is a really good time for me to pause, start pointing out some of the interior wear and tear. You may have noticed when we were right at the back of this engine compartment, this is where we do have a little bit of wear in a lot of our stitching and in our seams. We're starting to see that in a lot of our upholstered seats. And it's a little bit heavier wear like on the edges here, where maybe these seats are being taken in and out quite regularly or frequently throughout the use of this one. A little bit of a stretched seam right there, a small little tear in that spot right there. If I lift this up, you see a little wear on this edge. You can see the same over here on this edge. Then our center seat here, a little bit of wear on this edge as well. So put that one back in. We're going to see the same on the other side here, kind of a stretch seam. And we're going to see the same on the edge of this one, going all along that side right there. A little bit of a stretch seam. Put that one back in place, small little tear right there. And then again, another stretch seam on this one right here. I think I showed you that one. Just get a little bit stretch seams, wear on that seat end. If I raise this one up, you can see the same. Small little tear right here, little tear right there. This I think is just a little bit of residue actually. I think that'll come off. Some on that side. This is the part that kind of lifted up, covering those 2 cup holders. A little bit of wear right there. This one will lift up as well. And then we checked this area out. That one's in good shape, and this guy up here is in good shape. And I think all the upholstery up in the bow looked in great shape. Driver's seat looked in great shape. And again, we got that flipped up or raise up bolster right here. Your driver's seat, everything looks good there. This little hatch right behind your driver's seat, a little bit of wear right there. Another one on the inside seam or inside edge. A few little light scratches on your tower. Same over here on this side. Sometimes that light has to hit it just right. Tower mounts look good. There's oftentimes where you'll see some stress cracks. Everything looked good on your tower mount here, on both sides. So, and the canvas on our Bimini, Bimini canvas, that all looks to be in good shape as well. So, hey, carpeting's not bad. That little, this piece of dirt right there on that edge. Okay, so I think that's definitely kind of the highlights on the interior wear and tear. Raise this one up here so I can use this walk-through. There's another glimpse down in there, and it's that other ballast bag. So I'm going to use this walk-through to return to the swim compartment. Let me slide my shoes back on. We'll kind of get up close and go around the exterior before we sign off here for this one. As I flip this other hatch back down, here's another angle on this engine cover. Upholstery seams where it's a little stretch. Got a small little tear right here in that area. All right, bear with the camera. A shake here. You know, I don't remember if I pulled it up or not. There is a center pylon right here that's gonna pull up. That's going to come up just a few inches. We'll probably have a photograph of that of the website. I did forget to pull up for the video tour. It's just out of reach where I'm standing now. That's going to raise up. You get a little twist and that locks in place. If you're pulling anybody on a towable, inflatable, anything like that, you're going to want to pull them off this center pylon. Your tower is for skiers, wakeboarders, wake surfers only. Anybody in a towable, even if they're little kids, those towables can be very heavy and very hard on those towers, and might be a big reason why we don't have the stretch cracks on this one, is because that lower pylon was utilized anytime somebody was in a towable. All right, step back here. Here's again, these are kind of these wake shape devices. They basically look like giant trim tabs on either side, along with the center one. And again, we did function test those under water lights. Those function just fine. Here's our 4-blade propeller. That is an OJ propeller. And again, that 4-step swim boarding ladder is just going to slide right up on the interior of this one. Put that one back in place, give it a little push, pull down, locks that in position. We do have some integrated little trailer straps right here. I do like those for anybody that's going up down the highway a whole lot. Although those surf tabs might get in the way a little bit for those to actually get utilized properly. All right, back here on this kind of this transom corner, we are getting a little bit of oxidation. I don't know if you can tell in the video. you've got kind of a red over here, and it definitely fades off right here. That's oxidation. Right detailer can sometimes bring that shine back. You're also seeing that a little bit in this black as well. I'm gonna wipe that cobweb off. Again, that black kind of gets a little bit discolored coming around the transom here. We do have some marks right here, a little bit of dock rash on that transom corner. Little marks right here as well. See that white in there? That white means it's kind of gone through that black gel coat surface. And we're gonna have a couple of those along the way. So all these little white marks right there. Now with the good detail, got a little bit of water spots in here, if you can see that. Those are gonna disappear with the good detail. Same thing up here. We've got 4 of these pull-out little tie-up cleats. You do have a dual fuel fill for your gas on both port and starboard side, so the gas fill up is always going to be the same side as your truck, and always going to be right next to where you pull up to the fuel dock, no matter which side you pull up to. A little bit of marking rub rail here. Again, here's some more of that dock rash in that black gel coat, and then we are going to have some wear in our decaling on both sides of this boat. Some light little marks, a little bit of light scratches, surface scratches maybe in that black gel coat right there if the angle hits it just right. Again, this is another one of those kind of fender marks, or not a fender mark, just a little scratch in that gel coat. Real light, kind of like really light little scratch in the gel coat. Depending on if the angle hits it right, that may not even be visible on the camera. Again, these little white marks right there. And coming back down into our decaling here, again, you're going to see some wear in that decaling. A little bit of light surface scratches in your gel coat. Same thing right here. There's some other little light dock rashes in that black gel coat, some marks in your decaling. Now, the Supra logo right here, we've got some wear in it. We're not going to focus on a whole lot of that because we've got a brand new Supra decals for both sides of this boat sitting up at the front of the boat right now. That's what all that cardboard was. I'll show you that here before we sign off. Now that's a pretty good little mark in that gel coat right there. Again, when you see that white popping through, those are marks that are not going to go away at the decaling. And of course, you know, some of these marks in the vinyl here are not going to go away unless you replace all the vinyl decaling. Now they do not have these decals. They do have the Supra, like the little 3D logo. Little mark in that gel coat there. Keep following our line up. You got a pretty good little mark in your rub rail there. That's what it's there for. Pull out cleat here. Some slight little marks around that cleat right there. Almost looks like an old decal. Can't quite tell what that is. Video might be catching that. And again, a few more marks up here to that white. Got a little scratch in that gel coat. Following on up to our bow line. Mostly clean above the rub rail. You know, we do have some light scratches along the way, depending on how the lighting hits it. There's kind of showing you these light marks up here on the red. Again, below the rub rail, we did touch on a lot of those areas in the black and in the decaling. You get down here below the water line, we look pretty good to go on this side. That might be just a piece of dirt right there. It looks bad. My finger's just barely catching an edge there. We'll call it a minor little scratch in that gel coat. A few other little minor scratches in your gel coat right here. Basically my fingernails just barely feeling any of that right there. Same thing right here. You know, that one right there, fingernails just barely catching an edge right there. So basically some very light minor gel coat marks. That one right there actually feels pretty smooth, even though it looks bad. And pretty much seems to be the case for all these over here on this side. We got a few others on the other side we'll take a peek at. Okay, I thought we found something over there. Both of those turned out just to be a little bit of dirt. I do think we did point out we got 2018 tires. There's spares from 2010, so that one is not, I mean, it might get you off the highway, but probably should not be trusted on a long trip. So here's these Supra decaling, or these new Supra decals. There are 2 of these, brand new, also kind of in that foam packaging. 2 of those, one's going to be for either side, so we do, that will replace those Supra logos there that are worn. Up here on your bow, we got a little bit of rubbing up here where it's been going on to this Boat Buddy hook. This really kind of looks probably worse than it actually is. A little bit of wear on that rub rail. And again, over here on this side's a little bit more of the same. Up here above the rub rail, light little mark in that gel coat there. Again, it's gonna be another one of those 4 pull-out cleats. Didn't see any other areas around that cleat. Along this side, just above the rub rail, things are looking good. Here's that port side gas fill up. Here's that other pull-out cleat. A little bit of dust and dirt back here on this side. Let me kind of wipe some of that off. Here's a couple little marks up here in that red. Again, like very light scratches in your gel coat finish. This one right here just looks like dirt. That's exactly what it was. A lot of that's just dirt right there too. This is another kind of little light gel coat surface scratch. And then down here, this is where we get a little bit of dock rash right back here on this corner. And again, this is where we're going to have some of that oxidation. It's going to be starting right about here, kind of going around your edge through your transom. You can see the coloring difference in that red. Again, that's oxidation, probably where it was kind of sitting out on a lift. And a few other little light surface scratches. Again, that black is not very forgiving when it comes to showing those scratches. There's one right there. Again, some of those right there. All right, now coming back up to the front of the boat is again where we're going to have some more those light gel coat scratches, some scratching in your vinyl decaling, a little bit of dark rash here and there. That's another one of those gel coat scratches. And coming on back a little bit in here, it's a little bit less visible. These little marks will probably disappear with some good detailing. And then now we're getting into that Supra logo. Again, brand new one of these ready to go on it. A little mark in that the red vinyl decaling. Again, there's not another decal for the red and the kind of the gray splash logo or the world logo, just the Supra. And coming on up to the front here, about where we started going down this side. Here's some of those little bit, rougher looking gel coat scratches. None of those are real deep. Like I said, they probably look worse than what they are. A little bit of the same right in here. This almost looks like a stress crack, but I think it's more of just a little light gel coat crack or gel coat scratch. Sorry. You can almost see that dirt's kind of coming off as I rub that there. And then you got just a little bit of a light scratch in the gel coat underneath that. Same going along here. So a lot of these, especially when they're kind of going in a line like that, a lot of times that's trailer related. You do see you got carpet bunks right here. It's a good reminder. We've been trying to remind people when they are loading on the trailer, take all of those bunks all the way in the water, especially these front ones. Get them all wet. Basically, you're going to back the trailer in way too deep. Then you're going to pull it out and get kind of the right amount of your fender out of the water. That's going to vary a little bit depending on the angle of your mount. But get all those bunks wet. And then get the trailer in that correct position where it needs to be to pull the boat on there. And that should cut down on some of these more minor gel coat scratches. Same thing along this edge right in here as well. So you go under that trailer there. All right, so that's kind of getting up close and personal on all of this side. Above and below the rub rail. We'll slow down back here when we get on the back corner one more last time. These little marks right here, a little bit of this mark right here. These, oh my gosh, I don't even know what did this. It's kind of an unusual spot. It looks like a fender transfer, but these do not appear to be down in the gel coat. That appears to be maybe a transfer of like a fender material. Detailer might be able to get these marks out. Now right over here, this is a little bit more of a gel coat scratch. And swim platform edges just have a little bit of light scratches on them. And it's kind of right back to where we started. Look at those underwater lights again, those surf tabs. So I think that's safe where we can probably start wrapping things up now. We showed you those new Supra decals ready to go on there. Again, this is a 2011 Supra 242 Worlds wakeboard and surf boat for sale here in near the beautiful freshwaters of Norris Lake, Tennessee. Please visit the website. Use those links down in the video description to get you over to our website, where you're going to find the full list of specifications, features, current asking price, all of our contact information, and more. You'll be able to reach out to us by phone, by text, or by email, whatever's most convenient for you. We'd be glad to make this one available if you come see in person, submit an offer, anything like that. So again, visit our website. Use that link in the video description there for your convenience to get you right to it. That is the Z5 Bimini top, or tower mount cargo rack Bimini top. I was thinking there was a name for that. That looked very familiar to me, and I just now caught that name on that edge right now. So that's a Supra tower with the Z5 cargo rack tower mount Bimini top. Again, mooring cover is included with this one as well. I think that's going to wrap things up. Again, visit the website for more information. Sorry about having to make you jump to part 2 of this video today. As we do conclude, you're going to see 2 things come up over top of your screen right now. The top left-hand corner is going to be a shortcut to our current listings playlist at our YouTube channel. That's a great way to see exactly what we currently have available. Of course, you can also do that on our website, but for those that don't want to leave YouTube, use that link in that top left-hand corner to get to everything we currently have available for sale in the East Tennessee and surrounding areas. In the top right-hand corner is going to be a shortcut to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you haven't already, we're happy to have you as a subscriber. It's a great way to get notified of new listings as they come available in our area. Thank you again for joining us. Again, this is the 2011 Supra 242 Worlds wakeboard and surf boat for sale here near the beautiful freshwaters of Norris Lake, Tennessee, and I thank you again for joining us.